Welcome back to Thalias Cakes, and today I'm making a video that's been highly requested. And also, it was a little gift from my sister on her birthday. A naked succulent cake. If this is your very first time on my channel, welcome. You might want to consider hitting that subscribe button because I'm always sharing fun and exciting cake tutorials. Now, before you judge me, I'm more of a fondant girl. I honestly don't know how to pipe at all. I mean, I know a little bit, but the only reason why I went through with it was because you guys asked and also my sister asked. First, I started off with making my cake filling. My sister requested a Nutella Buttercream, so all I did was mix in some Nutella to my Swiss buttercream. Quick tip, if a customer ever asks you for a Nutella Buttercream filling, make sure to add in a good amount. Because just when you think you added in enough, you did it. Trust me, I ended up adding in about a whole cup to my buttercream. For some reason, the Nutella taste was very hard to get, so that's why I had to put a lot. Now, if you thought Nutella Buttercream was enough, no girl. I went ahead and chopped up some fresh banana slices, then cut them into little pieces. I recommend using a yellow banana instead of a banana with brown spots on it, because you know how bananas get after a while being out. They get all brown and nasty. I mean, unless that's your cup of tea, like my sister's. So I already leveled out my cake layers and simple syrup all of them. Simple syrup keeps your cakes nice and moist. So if you're not simple syruping your layers, you better get on that. Let's ice and stack this cake. Before placing down my cake layer onto the cake board, I'm placing down some buttercream so that my cake layer doesn't slip off. Since this cake is going to have a filling, it's always best to add a buttercream border. This helps your filling stay inside the cake. I can now add in the Nutella Buttercream using my rubber spatula and smoothing out the buttercream using my offset spatula. Now I can spread on the banana pieces. Just when you thought there was enough Nutella, there's more. I drizzled some on top. And then I added a little bit of buttercream on top so that way the other cake layer could stick. And then just repeat the goodness all over again. By the way, if you're interested in any of the supplies that I use in this video, you can find all the links to them in the description box. So making a naked cake is super simple. All it is just like putting a crumb coat on a cake. If you're a beginner and you have no idea what a crumb coat is, all it is just a really thin layer of buttercream all around the cake like this. Then I use my bench scraper to get the perfect naked cake look. I could not get a flower nail for the life of me. I looked in all the stores. I looked in Walmart, Michael's. Well, not all the stores, but if you've been a subscriber for some time already, you already know what happened. If you're new here, I literally DIY everything that I don't have, okay? So I'm gonna teach you how to make a flower nail. Because if you don't have it, you gotta make it. So for the top part of the flower nail, I ended up using a piece of foam board. If you don't have foam board laying around the house, you can always just use some cardboard. With a pencil, I traced out a circle, then I used an X-Acto knife to cut out the circle. Once that was set, I use aluminum tape to cover the top, or you can just use regular aluminum and just wrap it on tightly. Then I flipped it over and used my hot glue gun to glue on a screw. And boom, there you go. If you don't have one and you can just make it yourself, why not? Now I'm ready to start piping. So at first when I started it was very sloppy, but then I caught a flow. I was like, okay girl. Just as if I graduated straight out of pastry school. Alright, not really, but. First I started out with making this flower looking one. To be honest, I don't know if this is part of the succulent family. I just like the way it came out. So to get two colors to pipe out together nicely, I placed down two colors onto a plastic wrap and rolled it up together and placed it into a piping bag. So to do this one, I use a petal tip with the skinnier part facing up like this. And I just pipe petal shapes. I didn't have much piping tips, so I had to deal with what I had. So I ended up making 3 of these flowers. Moving on to making the cactus. Cactus. To make it, all I did was pipe a glob, then started from the bottom and then brought it all the way to the top. And I did that all around. Then with some white buttercream, I piped little white dots for the spikes that a cactus has. And then I made a little pink flower on top using a writing tip. For each of the flowers that I made, I placed them onto a plate and put them in the freezer while I worked on the other ones. For the next succulent, I made this flower looking one. To make this one, while I was piping, I made sure that the fatter part of the tip was facing up. So I'm just going to pipe an upside down U and then overlap it like this. And for the last plant, I'm using a small open star tip. I used buttercream to glue them all onto the cake. And there you have it, a naked succulent cake. Honestly, I tried to get my sister to change her mind about making this succulent cake because I was really scared it would turn out like buns, but in the end, it came out really cute. Oh, and yes, girl, this banana Nutella combination was bomb. Hey, by the way, if you've ever made any of the cakes that I've made in the past, I would love to see your work. please tag me on my Instagram at Thalias Cakes. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and please share it with others on your social media. Also, before you go, please click that circle button to subscribe to my channel to continue to receive more fun and exciting cake tutorials. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.